Hey guys. Oh, what a talk. This talk is going to be in English because I prepared it in English, so hopefully you'll understand me. Okay, today I'm going to tell you like a little story, a short one, about how I developed the tool and what I learned during the process. This is nothing like new and fancy. It's well known, like blue team stuff maybe. I had fun building it, and I only hope that you will find it interesting as well. So this mandatory stuff. I'm a developer. I'm not like really security guy. And I do network analysis for my living. I detect anomalies and try to visualize some stuff. Okay, why did I do what I did? So, in my job, I need to know stuff. I need to if something happens, I need to know more, what's going on. Probably most of you as well. I need to know more about networks and those endpoints that are interacting with my network. And usually this is like some IP or domain. I want to classify the event based on some knowledge about the domain or IP. So basically what I said, what I realized that I want to build some custom threat intel feed based on domain knowledge. Surely there must be something out there already. So maybe you know Census. For example, this is a website of my friend, which is behind Cloudflare. It's like, okay, we know that there is a website and it's like running behind Cloudflare proxy, but I still don't know where it is hosted. Maybe it's somewhere here still, but just Cloudflare obscures it. So another tool is UDNS info. It keeps track of a history of some records, and you can see that before it moved to Cloudflare, the domain, it was hosted at here in Czech. So, the chances it's still there, but just using Cloudflare proxy. Another fancy tool I like is DNS Dumpster, which has these nice fancy graphs that we can use. And but some of those informations are not really accurate, but we'll get to that. And that's what I know as a developer. I wonder what tools you might use, or thread feeds, if anyone. Maybe later we can talk. So there's one more actually I'm aware of, and it's passive DNS. It's like fancy stuff. So this is for some of you who might not know it. It's like a service who continually samples data and collects all the records, usually behind the recursive DNS server, because if you would collect it before the DNS server, it would violate some privacy or something like that. And then stores every record with a timestamp, and then you can have some interesting insights into what people are searching for historically. If some event happened a month ago, or a week ago, or a year ago, you can correlate and look up this information, which might not be available otherwise. So we can do inverse lookups also and enumerate subdomains very easily. I don't have a passive DNS service, but Cessnet does it. And I saw some talks that they are offering it for free, basically for some the access to their APIs for some honeypot exchange information. So I don't know if you have experience with that. Okay, so this is all I'd like to have for my use case, and more maybe. To have it better, to have maybe to be able to scan the whole internet, or maybe just some parts of the internet that I'm interested in. For example, like Czech Republic or something like that. I would like to also store all the data that I collected in a database and historically, so I can go back in time. And of course, I need to do it fast with some clever indexing, which is like outside of the scope of this talk. And what will I get if I suppose that I would be able to build this tool? What would I be able to do with it? Is I could probably learn something about the domain owner, but it's like questionable because who is heavily obfuscated. I could probably, as you saw, see some CDN info. So like this is Cloudflare, this is Amazon or something like that. But I would very much like to know who is, or where, what is the hosting, where is the site hosted or the server hosted that it's like hitting my network, like physically where it is hosted. Of course, then I would be able maybe to learn about some other similar domains running on the same host. Might be useful. And of course, the really interesting thing for me would be to detect some anomalies like fast flux. For example, if you have like malware which registers C2 servers and generates some domains, then it's like usually some short bursts of domains that are registered, and they're like they can be similar in some extent, and also it can be some type of squatting, for example, in the domain server. So yeah, which would indicate some phishing attempts or something like that. For example, Cloudflare, as I said, the site is behind Cloudflare, but where is it running? What IP or what other services are running on that IP? So reverse records, and also, for example, I would be interested in like assessing myself or some contract organization or some other client. What information are they publicly sharing through some channels? What are they leaking? Or what is available? So I would like to have a record about that. And as I said, some time correlation with fast flux domain registration or phishing attempts, like, for example, typo squatting or something like that. Okay. But, like, this is what I like, and I want this, but now how would I do it? I can like traditionally have that passive DNS server, which I don't have access to, nor like resources to do it, or like I'm not a law person, but like it would be probably illegal. I can brute force domains, but like that would be too noisy to try some dictionary attacks. And it would be like really slow, probably, if I need to do this at scale. So I said, okay, I maybe don't need to know everything, but I need to like know the most stuff. And the most stuff should be somehow available or visible to public anyway. So I call this chained OSINT enumeration because I used publicly available sources and recursively iterate over them to know more and more. So yeah, I generally use DNS. It's like because it's the first candidate, just to have like domain, IP address, learn everything I can from the DNS and pick some IP addresses and where are they pointing to? Is it something like similar to the query, the original query that Luční dům CZ? Of course, I can then take those IP addresses and look where they point to. There are other sources like whois, which for this example works. So I can know some basic information about the domain, like the owner or registrar. Also, another interesting source is TLS certificate, where you can mine some subdomains or without like just for free. It's like sitting in the certificate. There are other fields that you can query and like extract, no problem. Then I tried some HTTP headers or like HTML headers. For example, content security policy is like really verbose and shows some interesting stuff. And again, I have like now a huge list of subdomains from all these sources, and I can, for example, I haven't seen this domain yet, and so I like again query DNS on this subdomain as well, and TLS and some, and I get even more domains from this, and I say, okay, this is still Seznam, or am I hitting Google now? So I don't need to crawl the whole internet. What I was not aware until recently was certificate transparency. Probably you've heard of it. It's like an interesting project that basically it's a security system that should make certificates more transparent to public and be like auditable. So there are some parties that basically check a public log of certificates, and the certificate authorities are like, they should log all certificate requests to the log, to the public log, and then the browsers or some other tools can like query the log and check if the certificate is cryptographically like okay, if someone's not doing something bad, and yeah. Maybe even alert you if somebody tries to register a domain that you already own, or register a certificate for the domain or subdomain. Sadly, those logs are like really huge. Like, try to download it; it's like too big for me. So luckily, there are tools available. For example, crt.sh. It's like a nice tool which already parses a lot of those certificate transparency logs and allows you to query it, even can output JSON. And using this technique, you can look up already expired subdomains, which actually in this case are still like running and still working. So you can like get a new intel, which is like good job. Yeah, and then when I try to like think of what more can I learn, for example, BGP. So I would like to know where some like to pinpoint the endpoint. Where is it like located, or which subnet or autonomous system does it belong to? Actually, this is like, if you don't know this, you can query BGP through this server using whois. It's like you just query whois on their server using that IP, and it gives you BGP results. Good job. And yeah, the next or the last thing I wanted is just to know some geolocation information about the domain, or respectively the IP. And so I used some service which is called IP2Location. Maybe you know it. There are others as well. which can like pinpoint even to the like ISP level resolution. So yeah, this is like an example of Zoom that you can like learn some maybe interesting stuff that it's not like running Tor, but maybe I wanted to try if it's like actually accurate. How does it, some IP location, IP geolocation service knows about Tor? I highly doubt it that they're sampling Tor. So I tried it with some like really well-known Tor exit node, and in Romania, and they still say it's like it's not Tor, but at least they gave me some insight that it's like some scam or spammer. It's like, okay, maybe I can use it. And so finally, I had all these tools, and like as you can see, they are all really easy command line accessible tools, the techniques. And I would like to query them all at once, and as I said, recursively know everything about a domain as much as I could. So I wrote this like tool, which basically works like dig, but then adds more and more and more stuff. You can download it. It's on GitHub. It's in Go. You can use it as a library as well for your project. It basically works like that. That it just resolves domains using some resolvers, and also it gets IPs and feeds those IPs to IP resolver, and it's like going round and round until everything is queried. There's some heuristic that like checks if the domain is or subdomain is related to the original query, so you wouldn't like scan the whole internet. Yeah. Maybe I can show you that. For example, just a second. I need to access Wi-Fi. Oh, okay, thanks. For example, let's try this one because I'm working with them. Oh, sorry, no internet stuff. Oh, now it's working. So it like try something and like logs everything. You can tell it how much verbose you want it to be, and you can see like all the information it mines basically. It starts with DNS, and then TLS, certificate transparency, and tries to find some subdomains. For example, this app. So like it's really funny to run this tool against like large subdomains or domains, for example, universities or even Seznam. I tried it on Seznam and found really interesting subdomains like beta or dev, something like that. Really nice. And the main thing for me is like the benefit is that, as you can see, it's really fast. I didn't need to like query everything from some word list or some subdomain enumeration like brute forcing. So I just like did it recursively through everything that's available at millisecond speeds. So yeah, maybe last thing to mention is that sorry. Do you have any other domain you would like to try?
May I?
Yeah, of course.
eglive.eu,
Uh-huh.
line. .eu.
Some subdomains interested?
not really.
Okay.
But I always like to know these MX MX mail servers. But you can see like it's Internet CZ and VS hosting, something like that. Yeah, no problem. And so yeah, and with this tool, I tried to implement another tool and some surveys that would like do the massive scanning. So I did that also. I tried Syngenta dataset. This one. This is the link to the dataset if you want to try again as well. I took top 10,000 Czech domains from the list, just to proof of concept this stuff. And I also like spread the load to, I think, 4 IP addresses. So I wouldn't like get banned immediately because I was kind of afraid. Yeah, the speed, it depends on the domain, but on average, it was like 1,500 domains per hour on that setup. I hit 10 gigabyte database size in a few days. So yeah, maybe Redis was not the best idea to use. And really the record varies with the domain as well. For example, if you use this domain or Michal Špaček or someone like that, it's like super small domain. It would be under kilobyte of information. It includes the certificates as well, like the raw certificate binaries. And but if you run it against a university domain, it would be like hundreds of megabytes. But like the network was like okay. No big peaks. And so like I'm happy with the POC, but I need to like rethink the storage. And yeah, that's right. If you want to have like some suggestions or questions, feel free to ask. Yeah, yeah. The question was about the algorithm for telling two domains apart and if they're like related or not. Yeah, it's like complicated. I basically match parts of the domains and split it in tokens and say like, hey, this is still related or not. And there is some setting that you can like say, hey, I want this to be strict, so it runs fast. And this is the default settings. For example, Seznam has like the short domain szn.cz, which like is not related by that algorithm at all. So like it depends. But if you have like similar subdomains, even like yeah.
I know this is hard.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Well, you can check on GitHub.
But I can turn it off in parameters.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. And it does like some like stuff I didn't mention with DNS, that it tries to query, run the queries against their name server. So it's like maybe better, and we can switch it as well. Anyone else? Okay, so enjoy the evening and some beer.
Thank you.